Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I'm pretty excited because the new season of anime is starting. Kimetsu no Yaiba aired earlier today, and I didn't watch it because I was binging Legend of the Galactic Heroes so that I can get a bunch of those out because I've been slacking on that, so I want to get those out. But Kimetsu no Yaiba has aired, and I've been kind of looking forward to this show because, well, a bunch of reasons. This is of a relatively recent manga that I have not read. I am completely blind on it. I know the name of it, and I know that it translates to Demon Slayer or Blade of Demon Destruction. I haven't even read the Mal summary. I just sort of skipped over it. It's a ufotable show that is not in the Nasuverse or Nasuverse, whatever, Fate stuff. Fate stuff and Kara no Kyokai stuff. Ufotable's a pretty interesting studio when it comes to animation. They've got their sort of patented digital post-processing effects, which make their stuff look really good, at least in my opinion. I know some people find those effects off-putting, and I sometimes find them like they throw in particle effects and stuff for no good reason, just because they can and because it'll look pretty. I'm cool with things looking pretty, but sometimes it's a little over the top. Recently, I re-binged or rewatched all of Unlimited Blade Works just for fun, and all of Kara no Kyokai less for fun and more for like what the fuck is going on. As well as watching the first of the Heaven's Feel trilogy movies. So in the past month or so, I've seen hours and hours and hours of ufotable content, or ufotable. I don't even know how to pronounce. Fuck it, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean. I've seen hours and hours and hours of content that's come out of the studio, so I'm interested to see what they do with a property that they haven't worked with before, from an artist that they haven't really worked with before, in what seems to be from just the promo art to be a style that they haven't really done before. So I'm really intrigued. I don't know if this, I mean, it's got demons and stuff and perhaps a demon blade. I don't know if this is going to lean hard into the Chuny stuff and be like Chuny Shonen badass, or if this is going to lean hard into the darkness and make it like the world is hell and you're living in it. Haha. I'm cool with either. And it'll probably be something in between, or that I completely haven't talked about or thought of. Something that Ufotable does really well in their work, at least I think they do, is tension and everyday occurrences with an underlying like there's something wrong here. They do that really well. You can see it throughout Fate and throughout the Kara no Kyokai films, of course. But they've always been really good at that. So I'm looking forward to relatively pretty characters, some pretty effects, and potentially some great action. And maybe a good story. I don't know. Mm-hmm. This is directed by Haruo Sotozaki, who directed some of the Tales of series, which I have not seen, and he has key animation director, and episode director credits on a bunch of other things that I have not seen. So, first time really seeing anything by this director. Okay. And the music is by Yuki Kajiura, which is always a strong sell, because she's good at composing music. One of the most prolific anime music composers that I'm aware of. And I need a new page because that has Ginga Eiyuu Densetsu notes, and I want a fresh page of notes for Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Blade, whatever thing. Okay. Have I run out of things to talk about in the intro? I think I have. So let's do the thing. I've got the video episode thing up. It's at 0 seconds. There will be multiple versions of this reaction video. You can find versions with the picture-in-picture, so the video up here, in the description over that away, and a timer-based version on YouTube, which is what you're watching now, because the picture-in-picture version won't have like the intro or the discussion in it. Timer-based version on YouTube with any discussion and run through and frame by frame and whatever, and I'm sure that there will be some because it's a new show. I'm always interested in what new shows can provide. Timer-based version will have a beep beep timer, which will go boop 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 beep, and on the beep and the green light, that's the same frame that this video starts playing on my screen. So if you're playing along with your own media, that's probably when you want to hit the button. And that beep beep timer, as soon as I've got headphones on, that looks janky. As soon as I've got headphones on, that's fine, whatever. Beep beep timer goes here. Ooh. Oh, it's okay. We're walking through a blizzard near the end of our life, or just an endless journey. Sounds like a kid. Probably the main character. Definitely the main character. And he's carrying someone important to him. I don't know. It's a hell of a scar. Okay. Full of protect. Hmm. I like her voice actress. So, what horrible fate is going to befall this family? Like all of them. Ah, is he gonna bring something back and it'll be like symbolic and they'll be dead? I'm expecting horrible things to happen to all of these nice people. Hmm. Aw, they're so adorable. It would be a shame. Dad's already gone, okay? Yes, it could. And the music becomes somewhat ominous. Just little hints of it. That's that's full horror in the music. Okay. Nice guy who everybody likes. Oh. Well, did you break the plate? Sniff. He did mention the scent of blood. Does he have smelling powers? Like Gon? What is this sudden tension? Huh? Before the demons show up. What does this guy know about demons? Okay. Can't escape that simply. Hmm. So, you gonna become a demon hunter? You might be too late for that, buddy. Smell of blood. Ooh, that's creepy music. Did your siblings all become snacks? Yep. Makes you want to kill some demons, huh? Nah, buddy. Oh, is she gonna become a demon and he's gonna have to kill her? Oh no. Ah, fuck. Where'd she go? Where's your sister? Hello. Dude, I don't think that's your sister anymore. Been possessed. Still gotta kill her. Uh, uh, uh-huh. You're gonna have to kill her. Ooh, that looks really good. Who's running their way? Is it the guy who told him about demons? She's crying. Fuck. And Demon Hunter. Woohoo! Okay. Suddenly the sound comes back in. That was well executed. Oh, she shrank. You a demon? I came here to hunt some demons. Destroy demons. Nah, bro, that's a demon. Mm-hmm. He must be quite strong. Okay. Ah. Ah. Tozen. Gotta become strong. Been through it. Got his own weight. Hmm. Oh, nice play. It's a pretty smart boy. That's some resolve right there. Or will she? Impossible. She'll protect him. Okay. Oh. And yet she protects. I guess he's a Vulcan. It's not your fault. You just got eaten by demons. It happens. Nezuko is here and gagged. Good. Okay. Demons come out at night. So are they akin to vampires? Armed by sun? Buried them all. Do we get the OP? Seems like it, but this could be the ED. Nah, this is the OP. That's the OP. Okay. Cool. Masks, huh? Ooh. Ooh. That's unique. Is there an after credits? It's only 50 seconds, so I'll wait. Nope. Time. Okay. Interesting. This was pretty good. Where do I want to start with this? Let's start with the story. Pretty straightforward, if I'm being honest. Pretty straightforward and predictable. Like, we start off with this cold open of him carrying his sister. She seems wounded, walking through the snow and like being he's having a hard time. So we know that hard times are coming. And then we show his not so idyllic, but rather normal, all things considered, life. He lives up on a mountain away from town, and carries charcoal into town and sells it to make a living so that he can help support his family. Cool. As soon as we meet the cute, adorable family, and they're like, we want to go with you, and all that stuff, they're all going to die. Sorry. Their purpose is to be that thing in the protagonist's heart that he holds on to and doesn't ever want to lose again, and yeah. I feel nothing for them. That's not true. I do feel something for them. But I've seen this done so many times that it's hard to feel something special for these characters who we never really met and are dead. They're more of a plot device to give our protagonist like this unwavering desire to protect, which is fine, and this is a pretty good way to do it. But I just don't really care about those characters. From the beginning of the cold open, once we realize that he's a big bro trying to save his sis, and the cold open is pretty cool because it doesn't really show the characters as we go through it. It's snow and a little flash of them and just like determination, but he's not strong enough to actually pull this off, right? We find out he's a big bro protecting his little sis. We'll get to the visuals eventually, but the blended CG and stuff looks amazing. It looks like really good. It's hard to tell where it's being used. I believe that this is a CG shot entirely here, and that this is a CG model of the character. Just gonna guess, but this is definitely a CG environment. These trees and the snow and everything. It looks really good. This is the kind of stuff that Ufotable is known for doing really well, and they've got all these particle effects going for the snow, and it looks pretty darn good. And they can do these big sweeping pans, because this would not be animatable, not with this much detail. It'd be just too hard. Like that many angles on that many branches, no chance. So they managed to do it with CGI, and it looks really good. I wasn't going to talk about visuals until later, but whatever. Story stuff. We meet this guy who just shows up. Grandpa first. The what do you call this character? It's when you're going to a place and in a horror film, you like stop for gas, and the person at the gas station is like, you better not go up there to the mountain, and it's like a dead giveaway that there's something horribly wrong, and of course the characters ignore it. What is that? The Harbinger? The Omen? I don't know what it's called, but he's sort of that character. He shows up, he gives us a real spoopy face. First we meet all of them, and they're cute. They don't really matter though. And then yeah, he's leaving, and he gives us a spoopy face. Yeah, so we get all these sort of weird angles on him, looking down from there, looking up from here, and then spoopy face. Something's wrong. And here's the first instance that I'll point out of something that Ufotable does. They do a lot of work. Their lines aren't all the same width, and this is like, if you go through and you watch a bunch of anime, you'll start to notice that often the lines are the same width. They're the same width all around, and that's generally because they're using a computer program to translate pencil lines into specific thicknesses of lines. But here, and in almost all of Ufotable's work, the lines of the face and just like features are all different thicknesses, and it gives a lot of detail. You can get a lot of detail out of it. We'll see some more of it later, which I'll talk about. Everything in this episode looks really good. That's sort of, I don't know, something that I've come to expect from Ufotable. I particularly like this shot, and I was actually going through to find it. I don't know why I like this shot, but I particularly like this shot. There's something about the way that the perspective is laid out that pleases me, and I wish I had the words to explain and describe why, but I don't. Sorry, but I like it. Another thing that was continuously noticeable throughout the episode is that the backgrounds look good. Like, I'm almost certain that they're digital, but they're good enough that if you told me that they were processed paint, I would believe you. But I'm pretty sure they're digital. But they look really good. They don't look like the jarring anime backgrounds that we're so used to. They look really good. There's a lot of effort and detail put into like the wood grain and the feel of everything, textures and light on surfaces, stuff like that. This isn't even background stuff. This is foreground animation, and it's going to move, so the fact that it's got so many layers of shadow and light on it is kind of crazy. Yeah, everything looks really good. You know, lighting effects like this is Ufotable's bread and butter. Smoking his pipe. And using, tapping out a pipe to signify the end of something, and then goes for lights out. The clothing is rather nice and detailed. Also, I kind of like how the main character's hair isn't just smooth, like smooth pointed lines. It's got scraggly bits to it, which is kind of a unique thing. And I think it's directly from the manga that he's drawn that way. It must have been a little bit of a challenge to make that work with the little scraggly bits. Looks pretty good. Yeah, like this woodpile looks great. I know that's kind of weird to say, right? But if you're going to show a shot of a woodpile, this is a great shot of a woodpile. It looks really good. Look at all the detail on some of the sides of these split logs, and the way that this snow is kind of frosty around the edges, and the way that the light is reflecting differently off of the different angled sections of snow, and it's got streaks in it. This is really good. It looks really good. And then the characters cut sort of clean profiles and they seem to fit these backgrounds rather well. I'm not sure how I feel about the clothing design, but characters look good. Here again, we've got this line which gets really thick around his chin and then becomes thin down here. You get more of it in the nose and elsewhere. Again, with the frosty snow, very believable, really good looking. And of course, the blood. Another thing that Ufotable loves to do, or I don't know if they love it, but they do really well at it, and they do it a lot, is gory scenes. And this is some hardcore gory scene. Especially once we go inside and we see, yeah. Zoom. And then more gore. The way the blood is splattered everywhere in different patterns. And then these faces of his family. Really nice impact. We've got this sort of shaky cam fuzziness going on as he is unable to really take it in. See that? Yeah. And this one's static. That's interesting. The first one registers, then the second one is static. Boom. Terrible. And that's how we got to here. She's warm, yeah, but she's also a demon. You've got a long way to go. Big Brother will save you no matter what, and she's awake, and she's demonic. The transformation she goes through from, like, unconscious to rawr. It's pretty neat. It's this stretchy head back. And then her face, they get the veins in there, and then her teeth sort of protrude. And her mouth moves forward a bit and becomes more animalistic. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. And then they fall, and it's really spooky when he lands solo, and she's just like gone. Where'd she go? And then of course he looks up, and we get this really fast pan through their environment, and we see just there she is. That's like the classic emblem of Japanese horror, right? Girl in bloodied white clothing with long black hair. Totally. Oh, yeah. 100%. Gorgeous. And I'm a demon now. Hi, bro. You look tasty. All right. And then we have the appearance of this guy who is apparently a demon hunter, I guess. I like the eyes. They're pretty cool. I'll have to get the story about that scar. All right, here he comes. Demon Hunter guy. Inbound. And she's crying at that moment. And we get this big CG running shot. Whoosh. And whoosh. Kind of cool how we get this really quick flip around. I feel like they must be rotating the model at the same time they're rotating the camera around it. Yep. That's Neato Burrito. Then it pulls back, or it zooms in past her to focus on the oncoming. Yep, there he is. That's really good. That's really cool. All right. I have no idea how that was done, but it's awesome. And then there's a really, this build up to the tension, and then it's really fast. Really punchy once he actually comes down. Yeah, shoot, bam. And on impact, we get this really fast zoom out to give some like scale to the attack. Yeah. Whoosh. And then we're all the way out, and there's just a dust cloud. Pretty amazing. Let's watch it with sound. Oh, that was really loud. Editing me, fix that. This is another thing that Ufotable does. They do these really short action sequences that have like a lot of tension leading up to a really extremely fast and violent punch. You see it in Fate all the time. Like Lancer will say something and then he'll just boom kick you. And everything else is all about the impact of that and like the explosive power of the sound effect used and the collision with something else. And in this case, it's the blowing snow and the immense oomph of his attack. It's really cool. It's neat. All right, and face. He's got a weird face. I just want to say that. I think he's got a weird face. I don't know why I think he's got a weird face, but I do. Maybe it's the eyes. They're like so small and slanted compared to the main characters whose eyes are big and open and inviting and friendly. This guy is very antagonistic. Not saying that he's an antagonist. I bet he's probably a future ally of sorts. He's got a demon destroying sword. Okay, why are you protecting it? We have some conversation. And of course, because he wants to protect all his family and all that stuff. And we get this other, like, swoop. Where he runs real fast. And then she just poofs. Yeah. And poof, she's gone. Damn it. He must be very strong to be able to hold her with one hand. Unless, I guess she, like, shrank back down so she's just as strong as she normally would be. But I don't know. This long, long pan across the forest is kind of cool. It's again bringing tension back in and building it up again. And then we get the really strong emotion in this cut. I really like this cut. Yeah, with his hands real close to us, but just barely in frame. That's pretty cool. More big CG zooms. But that looks like it's key animated in 2D. The texture on the sword, it's like actually got the streaks in it from smithing. That's nuts. That's really cool. And of course, glints and gleams are Ufotable bread and butter as well. More of these stylish line thicknesses. They really help you like make a character emote. At least that's what I've noticed. You also see it. You see it a lot in Keijo, of all things. They use really bold, thick to thin lines constantly in all of the design work and all of the almost all of the scenes, all of the characters' faces, and it makes everything look sort of stylish and polished. It's nice. I like it. Rates him for being a dum-dum. And then he shows his stuff. Right, time for our MC to show some metal. And so he does. He throws a rock. Yeah, she gets stabbed. But she's okay, I guess. He throws a rock and goes for the hatchet. Or he goes for the hatchet first. I'm not sure. This is another really cool cut. Alright. Straightforward attack driven solely by emotion. No, you're wrong! Bruh. He's throwing his hatchet like a boss. Here's another one of those, like, slow, 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 boom scenes. We've got these moving lines on his forehead. This is kind of a trigger-y thing. A trigger Gainax thing. You see it in Kill la Kill often on the hair. Individual moving lines. Swoop. Real close, but not quite. Okay. And then she protect him, which is cool. But he's wary because he's seen demons do this kind of thing. Gagged her, found her, good to go. So, gotta go to this place, talk to this guy, tell him that I sent you. What's his name? Tomioka Giyu. Okay. Tell him that I sent you, don't let her be exposed to sunlight, and he just sort of whoosh, ninja vanishes. How is this actually done? I'm curious. So he vanishes completely. A dust cloud starts appearing, and then on the next frame, he becomes lines, and then he vanishes completely. Lines. Different lines. Okay. Now I know how to make ninja vanishes, I guess. Bury the family, and off we go. The journey is just beginning. And then another big CG pan out of the forest. With snow everywhere. Cool. Oh, the OP, which comes at the end. I want to see the effects on the attacks. We got this weird masked dude. I'm going to guess that that's the mentor guy who we're going to meet next episode. Probably. They all seem to have masks, so I guess demon hunters wear masks? Or maybe that's a stylistic thing. I don't know. Got this guy, who is probably something of a comic relief character, but can hold his own in a fight. Got this guy, who is probably even more of a comic relief character, but can definitely hold his own in a fight. Also, these, like, immense, blocky, thick lines make him kind of goofy. In a good way. I think it's intended. Okay. She's just got Pogger's eyes. All right, great. Random girl. Guy with a scar. And half his head shaved. Sort of Zuko vibes. No idea. Sister with the demon hair, I guess. Wash of blood. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Some other demon hunter type. And the effects on... Yeah. Ooh. 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 That's ultra unique. And I love it. It's all flat colors. Not trying to be gradienty or anything. Or be like explosions of light. It's just water. Throwing arrows at him. And weird ball things. And he's got this whoosh of water, which becomes a water dragon at some point. That looks like a demon. Big ol' whoosh of waves. It's like the classic waves picture. It's got like an oldish, old Japanese art, woodblock print type style, but in full color and like full saturation. It's kind of amazing. Pretty freaking neat. All right, well, it looks really good. Seems really good. Story's a little bit meh, but like for starting off a shonen story, that's fine. I'm curious about the world of demon hunters and whether normal people like are really aware of the demon threat and all that stuff. Also curious whether they'll build up a rivalry type thing between him and whichever demon it was that actually killed his parents and or his mom and his siblings. We'll see. I'm sure that will be an ongoing goal for him to find that particular demon and put an end to it. I wonder how the power system works. Should be interesting. I am really looking forward to seeing the unleashing of his water sword technique thing. That looks pretty cool. All in all, I'm interested and I'm going to keep watching this show. Yeah. Cool. Good job, Ufotable. It looks really good. It sounds great. And there's room to grow. A lot of room to grow. This could be a really good show. It doesn't have a number of episodes listed, and the manga is ongoing, so I don't know. I don't know how many episodes this is going to be. They may do one core and then see if if it gets popular. I don't know. I don't know if they know. Doesn't really matter. Cool show. I'm going to be watching it next week. All right, wrap it up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Kimetsu no Yaiba, episode 1. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.